So, this stepdad literally took scissors to his stepson's hair as punishment, and you will not believe what happened next. Okay, so this one comes from Am I the A-hole? And honestly, this story had me absolutely losing it. So we've got this 17-year-old who's had long hair basically his entire life. We're talking thick, gorgeous black hair down to his chest that he absolutely loved and took amazing care of. But his stepdad? Nah, he thought it was girly and has been pushing for years to get this kid to cut it off. Red flag number 1, am I right? Like, sir, it's not your hair, it's not your business. The kid's been skipping classes, which okay, that's a problem that needs to be addressed. But instead of grounding him or taking away his phone like a normal human being, this grown man decided the appropriate punishment was to literally cut off his stepson's hair. I'm sorry, what? When mom comes home, she finds her son crying in the bathroom trying to even out his hair because this man had just randomly chopped it in spots. Can you imagine? Years of growth just gone because some dude couldn't handle a teenager having long hair. So mom goes and confronts the husband, and it turns into this massive fight because obviously cutting someone's hair without permission is actually assault, but also just incredibly cruel and traumatic. This poor kid is devastated. So you know what mom does? She takes her husband's credit card and buys her son this expensive affliction leather jacket he's been wanting forever. And when the husband finds out and gets furious, she's like, "This is your apology gift to him. You can make the money back, but his hair is going to take years to grow back." And honestly, good for her. This man violated her son's bodily autonomy over some toxic masculinity nonsense. And she said, "Nope, we're not doing this." The audacity of this stepdad, though, like you permanently altered this kid's appearance because you didn't like that he was skipping class? Make it make sense. Okay, but this next one is absolutely wild, and it involves the most frustrating customer service experience I've ever heard. So this guy goes to a doctor's appointment, needs to pay a $50 copay. Pretty standard, right? He pulls out cash, a crisp $50 bill, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we don't take cash since the pandemic." Fine, whatever. He'll pay with his card. But then they hand him this little tablet, and the total is $51.50. He's like, "Wait, why is it more?" And they go, "Oh, we charge a 3% surcharge for credit cards." Bro, you literally just told him you don't take cash, and now you're charging him extra for using a card? This is the most predatory nonsense I've ever heard. So he's like, "Okay, this is absolutely ridiculous. You can't refuse cash and charge extra for cards. That's just double dipping at this point." And the employee goes, "Oh, it's not us. It's the tablet company that adds the surcharge," which is complete garbage because anyone who's ever set up a merchant account knows you can configure that however you want. This guy handled it way better than I would have. He's like, "We're at an impasse. I'm leaving. Just bill me." And she's like, "Okay, fine." So now, instead of just taking his cash like a normal business, they have to mail him a bill, wait for him to mail back a check, then take that check to the bank. Like, congratulations, you played yourselves. The sheer stupidity of refusing the easiest form of payment and then making everything 10 times more complicated for everyone involved is just, I literally cannot with some businesses. And honestly, this is happening everywhere now. They're like, "We're cashless for health reasons," but then charge you extra for literally the only payment method they accept. It's giving scam vibes, and I'm here for people calling it out. But wait, because this last story is about to make you so mad. This comes from Am I the A-hole? And it's about this mother-in-law who basically told her daughter-in-law she's not ready to have kids because she can't drive. Now, before you're like, "Okay, maybe she has a point," let me paint the full picture here. So this woman, Kelly, has anxiety around driving, which honestly is super common and valid. Her husband drives her places, and when he can't, the mother-in-law has been helping out. They live in an area with terrible public transit and expensive Ubers, so yeah, it's not ideal, but they've been making it work. So they're all out to dinner, and Kelly mentions that she and her husband are trying to get pregnant. The mother-in-law makes a face, which Kelly notices, and when pressed about it later, she basically goes off about how Kelly isn't ready to be a parent because she can't drive. She's like, what happens when your husband travels for work? What if there's an emergency? What if the kid needs to go to the doctor? And those are practical concerns, sure. But the way she went about this was so harsh and judgmental. She basically told this woman she's not capable of being a mother because of her driving anxiety. That's not constructive feedback. That's just mean. And here's the thing. Plenty of people in major cities don't drive and they raise kids just fine. Yeah, it might be more challenging in a suburban area with bad transit, but it's not impossible. There are solutions. They could move closer to better transit. Kelly could work on her driving anxiety with therapy. They could budget for ride shares, or even just continue having family help out when needed. But instead of having a supportive conversation about potential solutions, this mother-in-law just straight up told her she shouldn't have kids. The poor woman called her a dick, which honestly was pretty restrained given the circumstances. And now the son is asking mom to apologize and say, having a kid is a good idea, but she's doubling down. Like, ma'am, it's not your decision whether they have kids or not. And telling someone they're unfit to be a parent because of a specific anxiety is just cruel. Could Kelly work on learning to drive? Probably, yeah. But that doesn't mean she can't be a good mom in the meantime. This mother-in-law really said, if you can't drive, you can't parent, and thought that was reasonable advice. The audacity is honestly stunning. If you made it this far, drop a like and subscribe. We do this every day.